I got a question today from Michael Snape on Twitter. He asked me a Twitter question. If you don't know my Twitter handle, by the way, it's just twitter.com/upfitness. Now, Michael asked me, do you use any boxing drills in your programs? Why or why not? Me personally, no. I never, ever use boxing drills in programs that I would deliver to somebody. And I can give you a very simple answer, because I'm not very good at doing it. Can I do a little bit of pad work? Possibly, but I'm not, it's not something I do because it's not something I'm trained at, and I think if you're going to do something, you need to do it properly. Do I have an objection to somebody doing boxing drills in a program? Now, let's qualify this. When I discuss a program, let's stick to what we're known for: body composition work. So, are boxing drills? Do boxing drills have a place in a body composition program? If you have, it's a difficult one to answer. The truth is, it's not an optimal thing for you to do. If you have a limited amount of time, as most people do, and you maybe have 2 or 3 hours a week to get into the gym, and you're after body composition improvements, the chances are that the overwhelming majority of your time should be spent using resistance training principles. I'm not going to bore you with the reasons why. Just take that as a given, okay? For now. We'll talk about that in another video. Does that mean there's no place for boxing drills? Well, no, it doesn't mean there's no place for boxing drills, because let's say you're doing an hour-long session. Anything more than now, you're usually making friends in the gym. You don't want that. You make friends outside the gym, right? I think there is nothing wrong with tagging on 5 or 10 minutes of boxing drills at the end of the workout. Never at the start, because you're going to fatigue yourself. You're going to overly fatigue yourself before you do the more neurologically complex movements, the more mentally challenging movements that would be complex weight training movements that would give you the greatest bang for your buck. Okay? We always will do compound and physically challenging movements before we get, for instance, to our isolation movements. Why? Because of neurological efficiency and safety. Okay? And safety. It's one of the reasons I might have an issue with CrossFit. High rep Olympic lifting. Dumb. Back to boxing drills. Stick them in at the end of the workout if body composition is the primary goal. If you're a boxer, forget about everything I've just said. Punch me in the head, right? I'm not qualified to talk about what you should do as a boxing trainer if you're doing MMA training or anything like that. It's a different story entirely. We're talking about purely body composition. And as a personal trainer, if you're watching this, this is what I would say. You're not going to get the same results that a weight training trainer will get if you are a boxing trainer. You are not going to, okay? I don't care how good you are, you're not going to. Because you can't vary the resistance, you can't vary the stimulus. But you can give somebody a hell of a workout and get them fit doing the boxing drills. So my suggestion would be, if you have a client, or you personally, enjoy doing boxing drills and you've got a finite amount of time, stick it in at the end of your workout as a finisher. You finish on a high, you've done you've moved your body, Would I do it as a warm-up before training? No, because you're going to probably fatigue yourself. You could do it as a warm-up. I'm going to totally contradict myself. And that's the beauty and the danger of these off-the-cuff videos. Don't. You can do it to start with, but if it's a lot of low resistance stuff, this is not what you want before a weights workout. But for instance, as long as you are adequately warmed up, you could throw a few punches, you could be doing a few hooks, a few big jabs into a heavy bag, because neurologically that's going to wake you up. But it's not what I would consider a boxing drill, but I just wanted to cover that. The boxing drill that I see would be, the higher rep, effectively low resistance, effectively like shadow boxing, right? Into pads, you snapping speed. That, do it at the end, and absolutely no problem. The last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, You know, I always think if you've got a 1 hour window with a personal training client, you get 50 minutes of quality work in. The last 10 minutes, make it challenging, but make it fun.